All right, everybody. With Grandpa, and I'm just gonna sit here and sit down here and just go through this bucket and take some of the things that I'm gonna take. There's a lot of different items in here that have probably white brass and copper on parts that will never be used again, probably for anything, unless I can find somebody that needs some of this stuff. Very cool. Lots of brass here. I mean, obviously, this brass thing right here is how these work, without that screw on it. So you take a little screw off, that goes on top, and you put the screw back on. Something like that. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna save all these. They sell for about $1 a piece on eBay. And I have quite a few of them. Let's see what's in this bucket here. I'm gonna take the whole bucket, that's for sure. I'm just gonna glance through it and see what's in here. Imagine a lot of this stuff still works. There's some caps, copper cap. Man, there's some nice fittings in here that might be able to sell. Nice. $1 a piece for these things. You don't want to scrap them things into the garbage. I mean, nor these things either, for that matter. Scrap them into the garbage. Maybe some of these smaller things, but if it's a nice fitting, it's never been used before, like that, yeah, you wouldn't want to scrap something like that. That's something you can sell these items here. I mean, for more than you're going to get in scrap yard, for sure. Look at all these handles and nuts. Look at all these things. These are all antique. I mean, they're all old. Never used. Never used. A lot of this stuff. Look at that old knob. There's probably another one in here. Look at all these, though. These are all antique. These things are beautiful, every kind you can imagine. He was my father-in-law just was a collector. Hated to throw anything away. Look at that. This is beautiful. Talk about goodness. So I will be taking this entire box with me. That is just beautiful. Nice. That's a box of goodness. Box of goodness. Right. I'll obviously put something else in that bucket. Alright, so we got this beautiful bucket. Then we got some other things that to me are a little bit different. This is some type of a tool. I haven't read everything about it yet. I'm trying to read what it says. The Ridge Tool Company or something like that. But this thing has, I guess it's a threader for large pipe, because this goes in here. And, well, let me see, that one doesn't. This one here like this, see that? This is the large pipe threader. And that would go, drop down into that hole right there, and it's very heavy. That drops in there. And you put new threads on a pipe. Obviously, it's going to be a good size pipe. Yep, so I guess he did a lot of pipe work. And then we got something here on the side that, okay, on. Off. Interesting. Sure he'll never use that again. So I'm going to try to find a home for it. There's another one with all the heads already on it. This is old school stuff. This is for threading pipe. So if you wanted to take a 3/4 inch pipe and thread it, that's what you use that for. And here's all the different fittings in here for the different size pipe that you might be using. I mean, to you, I hope this is interesting to you. It's extremely interesting to me. Some stuff I've never seen before. Pretty cool stuff. Some kind of a clamp. You ever seen a clamp like that before? Never. That particular tool has all kinds of different ends, so he was pipe threading just about every thread, pipe size you can imagine. This appears to be a roll of lead. Thinking this is a roll of lead. Copper. Never seen any stuff like this before, people. This is it's not like aluminum. It's heavier than aluminum. I'm not sure what it is. It's rolled up and it's heavy. It's very heavy. I'm surprised at the heavy. And I'm guessing that it's lead because of all these other lead soldering things that he has in here. A lot of pipe hangers. Apparently did a lot of pipe hangers. That's for a big old pipe right there. Well, this thing's a main machine. Rigid, made in the USA, 3/4 inch. So you can thread a 3/4 inch pipe with that. 3/8 of an inch pipe with that. Roll of maybe either lead or tin. That's a roll of it. I think it's tin, or maybe 50-50. I don't know. I don't know. Same I am. Hangers, nothing special there. So I'll take that tool and all them tool ends, and I'll find this thing somewhere. And somebody has got the need. This here is a dual-purpose table saw. Excuse me. Table saw planer, but the table saw has broken. I have this little piece that actually belongs right about there somewhere. Okay, so there it is. Belongs right there, but it's broken off clean. It's aluminum. I would say be hard to find a part like that for this old saw. But this top right here used to set up there, and you could change the angle on it and whatever. So it's an old Delta. Old Delta with a planer. And that motor actually works. And that thing will turn up like crazy. Another who loved Craftsman, I guess, back in the day. And he could get different speeds out of this thing by changing the pulley to whatever he wanted to. So this is an old scroll saw. Look at the size of this thing. Not to mention, oh my God. Not to mention, the thing weighs 100 pounds. Never plugged it in. Never have plugged it in. I've been coming here for 20-some years. Does make sure nothing's in the way down here. Get nothing's in the way of that saw. Hell, I'm just gonna see if this thing has any power. Oh, spider webs. I don't like spider webs. All right, we just plugged it in. Now let's see where the on button is. Where is the on button? There it is down there. Whew. I need to put my hand down there. Does this work? Oh my God. Wow. That's an old timer. The scroll's not going up and down, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Don't know anything about how the scroll works. I can tell you the blade's not turning. I'm not putting my fingers near it either. I'll find out why. I'm just kind of impressed the old motor still works. This thing apparently goes up and down. I'm just not sure if maybe there's something I'm supposed to engage. Oh, don't know. I don't know, everybody. Anyways, that's just one of the old tools. That's an old Craftsman, and look at the size of that thing. I guess you could get a real big piece in there. Scroll saw. Don't know what's wrong with it. My father-in-law was a collector. He was also a painter and a tin man and everything else. He didn't throw away anything, and if he did a job, he washed out his paintbrushes. He washed out his paintbrushes and put them back in their case. So I don't know how old this paintbrush is. But this is one that he would have used on one of his painting jobs. And as you can see, he definitely tried to keep them in good shape. Quality paintbrush. And yeah, and save them too. He has all kinds of these paintbrushes. Look how old that paintbrush and how good a shape that thing is in. Oh my word, you could paint with that tomorrow. That's an old paintbrush. He kept his sticks. I mean, he cleaned off his own sticks. He kept all his pans. He kept all his old rollers. He just washed them, cleaned them, washed them. He didn't throw away anything. I mean, this guy didn't throw away anything, and I haven't ever looked down there to see what he kept down there. I've never looked down there. Looks like some light bulbs and some cages, maybe a job setup like type thing. 50 foot. Oh, we don't know. Oh yeah, look at there. I'll be bringing that home with me. You don't need that here. There's a lot of wire there. What have we got here? We got some more wire. So these are scrap items I'm gonna take home. I mean, check this one out here, guys. Esca 3.5 horsepower outboard with the prop. How cool is that? That is cool. Let's see here. Some old antique trowels. I guess he did some sheetrock work too. Heck, I don't know how old this thing, but he's a craftsman too. He loved that craftsman. Love them craftsman tools. These, I'm getting into boxes I've never seen before. What in the hell is that? All right, I ain't got a, what in the world is this? Does anybody know what that is? Has a cord on it. Has a cord on it. It's on top of a bottle. What in the world? I don't know what it is. Just got a motor with two little fittings on it, in and out. Some type of a filter, says in, out. But what it's filtering, I'm not sure of. Oh, this is for some kind of a fish tank. This looks like a homemade. This is a fish tank. This goes in a fish tank. And maybe a pump for, you tell me, maybe a pump for making a fountain in a fish tank? It's my first guess. I don't like it when something touches the back of my neck. Box. Another one. There's another one right there. What we got here? Filter. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Oh, this is all fish tank stuff. A fish tank, maybe even a few. Yeah, that's all that is. They used to have a fish tank. All right. Well, that explains that. Bubbler. All right. Old. Something I've never seen before. A bunch of cable right there. That's heavy duty cable. Bed frame. It's like a pool pump. Got some hubcaps back here. I'm not sure what they go to. Let's see what we got here. Hubcap. Apparently it's a truck. It's a truck. Probably one of his big Ford trucks. Got a big hole in the floor. And by the way, them stairs right there, when I met Mr. Iratty, my father-in-law, he had a ladder that came up here. And I built them set of stairs for him. All he had was a ladder. Look here, some of these old ballasts. Remember them ballasts you would see hanging in one of them windows? So you might find this in a window back in the day. It would hold up the old windows. Looks like another sump pump for pumping water. Yep, that's an old one. Old pump. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Old pump. I've had some flooding here before. Check this out. Look at how cool this thing is. Firing order 153824. Puts the firing order on top. I'm not sure exactly what motor this is. He told me once before. I remember it. This is the valve. I guess the valves for it. That's the exhaust. So that's the top of an engine. Something old. With the firing order on it right there on the top. 6-cylinder. Know that. I have no idea what's in that thing, but it's fairly heavy. Now, is that gunpowder? I don't know why that looks like gunpowder in there. I don't know what's in there. If you don't know what it is, don't mess with it. There you go. Old Swin LE touring bike. And from what I understand, look at that. Look how dry rotted that is. This thing's been hanging here for 40 plus years, along with the Raleigh. And sports. So all these bikes have been hanging here near about between 30 and 40 years. And I know that for a fact because they were hanging here when I first came here 22 or 23 years ago. And also this little mini bike has been here since 22, maybe 23 years ago. And I'm sure it probably wouldn't take too much to get it running. I mean, it fires over and everything. My wife, what is 63 years old now, used to ride this up and down the driveway as a little girl, okay? So my wife's 63. Oh, shit, wait a minute. Yeah, she'll be 63 in October. This is what she used to ride back in the day. So before I go home, I will be taking this with me, only because, man, I've never felt a heavier ballast than that in my entire life. That is so heavy. Oh my God. You can see how old these are. These are the oldest ballasts I've ever seen. But I am going to take them with me, and I'll be scrapping them just because they're old. It's got some old little tools here. Old tools. I like his old Vice. I like his old Vice. That's a big boy. And that's something that might just have to go home with me also. Apparently another pump. Something they had to rewire themselves with some old crappy cord and a switch. Not sure how they had that worked up, but a little scary. It's got one of them plastic belts on it. But I imagine that's for pumping water when they had floods. This casters we got here. He definitely had a lot of pumps around here. That's another pump. He does have a pond out back. Look at here. This is interesting. This is interesting. Look at here. Look at that. How cool is that, girl? That is too cool. Two legs. One of these things it's got here. All kind of pulleys. Brand new in the box. An old box too, by the way. Interesting. Oops, starting to come apart. Old chalkboard. That's cool. Shutters. House. Oh, that'd be the top of a weather vane on top of a house. That old axe right there. Hold that. Like I said, he didn't throw anything away. Check this out. Iron. Which reminds me, there used to be an old ironing board here. I guess you get this thing hot, then you iron with it. I'm not sure. Is it for ironing clothes? Does anybody know? It's so old that I've never seen one. Tire iron, maybe? Jack to it. That's pretty cool. Look at this. Look at that. All I can tell you is if that's for corn, I had some small ears of corn back there. I mean, corn is a lot bigger than that. But made in the USA, baby. I've heard these things are expensive. And collector's items. Like I said, he threw away nothing. Old mason jars. Atlas Easy Seal. But old stove. Yeah, this is a filter you would put on the end of your pipe to keep the trash from going in, I'm guessing. Well, there's 3 of them old stoves here. 3 of them. Oh, geez, a crow. Oh, that's dangerous. Holy shit, I don't even want to touch that box. That's a whole canister of like 12 gauge shotgun shells that don't look too stable. Look, that's expanded. Holy smoke. You call the bomb squad in to get that. I do see a buckle down there that I'm going to reach down there and get. It looks like tops. Old jar tops. Don't know why he's got them. There you go, maybe that goes to that. Yep, look at that, it goes on there. Tomato. No, it's got a metal top, that can't be. Door hardware. There we go. Elvis. '50s and the '60s. Pat Boone, the Four Aces. Patty Page, the Supremes, Roger Williams, Louis Armstrong, the Platters, Oak Ridge Boys. Red-Nosed Reindeer. skid loads. The best of Christmas. Somebody's idea up here. No idea. Moonlight Memories. OCB radio. OCB. Oh shit. That's precious there. All spent shells. I guess they'd repack them with this packing machine or something. I don't know. I don't know why somebody would keep all that. Why would you keep all that kind of stuff right there? It's kind of weird to me. Don't know. But not so weird because he did keep everything. Plastic. I've got a little old can. I just like looking. These, no, that's pretty cool. Old images. Looks like an old radio. Solid state. Then another one. This is only the upstairs, and I haven't pulled out any of this stuff. I have no idea what's in the boxes up above. Some old lanterns. But I know I do want to go through all of these, actually. Look at there, old plugs. He didn't throw his away either. Old window latches. Guess if somebody was doing a window job, that'd be a real handy box to have. If they were trying to go back to the original. Chain. Looks like copper. I don't have a magnet with it, but damn, it looks like copper chain, to be honest. It kind of feels like it too. So that's a never seen copper chain before. That's exactly what that is. Somebody made these things. Copper. Heavy duty. Even these are copper. Wow, that's a heavy chain. Copper chain. Somebody made these, I'm not sure, I guess for wrap some copper around a pipe. Interesting. Drop a piece of that copper down here. I'll be taking that. I'll be taking that anyways. Oh, there we go. Take these. Charlie Pride. Nat King Cole. I don't know why he's got them in here upside down. believe this is stuff I can sell. Platters. Okay. Oh, no. Look at here. Morristown, New Jersey. Property of CFD. Property of CFD. Morristown, New Jersey. Farmers and Consumers DY. Consumers DY. Interesting. Interesting old box. Something I'll have to look up for sure. Just to figure out what it is. Put that over here in the to-go box. This is obviously going. Copper chain. Everybody knows what that is. If you're putting door hinges on, that's a center punch for your screw holes so they don't get off center. Think about seeing if the old thermos was still in here. Look at that. Look at this. So the cooler is in there. I mean the drink thing. I have no idea what this is. It says something about oil seal. I know it's an old box. This is the rear main seal to transmission on something, and only because it says oil seal, and I know that the only other seal I can think of that would look like that would be the rear main seal. The Bowman products. Looks like a boat fishing, a boat speedometer, knots, it says, so it's obviously a boat. Don't know how it works. I guess by water pressure through that little hole. I don't know. Copper hat. I'm not sure what it goes to. Old school jacket. Old school tools. To be honest with you. I have not a clue. Possibly something to do with siding, Tin Man, like holes in siding, poking holes in the right place or something to install the siding. But this is how random he is. He has this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff and cassettes and stuff. And then you go to this. Look at this. Safety cushion rubber heels. These are brand spanking new in the box. I don't know why he would have, but they're shoe soles for like if you have a shoe. Look at that. New soles with the little tacks to put it on. He has a bunch of them. Don't ask me. Maybe he resold his own shoes. Stuff like that just gives me a smile on my face. Now we're starting to get a little interesting. This thing here is a belt buckle. It's not in perfect shape, but it is Battle of the Bands, Seagram 7 belt buckle. In Don We Trust, Don Ryan, State Treasurer. Another belt buckle from Indiana Metal Craft. And it has some deer on the front of it. Lonesome Dove, it says on there. It's in pretty rough shape because it's been in that box for so long. Some type of watch. Interesting, nevertheless. Winchester stainless primers. 100 Winchester primers. 85 cents. No, I've never seen a primer. And I've also never seen anything like this, but it looks like it has some kind of horsehair in there. Red Carpet Tours. It's Tourific. Random stuff. I'll open that in a minute. Part of a belt buckle at one time. It's an 18-wheeler. Gary Edwards, Governor, 89. Jesus Plays You Songs in My Heart. And another weird belt buckle. Uh-oh, a little Nazi symbol. Mark of quality. I'm absolutely keeping all this stuff. Another Battle of the Bands, Seagram 7 International. Oh, actually got live bullets here. Couple of live rounds. Interesting and different. Random. So super random. Fire kit. Interesting, everybody. Interesting. I have a lot of stuff to go through just to look at, to be honest with you. You haven't seen much of it. heavy. Oh man, look at that. Look at this. Old antique shoe horns. Maybe you did do shoes back in the day. I didn't know it. Look at that. Very interesting, everybody. I have a lot more stuff to go through that I've never seen. It's a light. I don't know where you would mount it to. There's another one. Right straight to the ceiling, I guess. This would be a ceiling fixture. Okay, so that goes on the ceiling. Huh, pretty cool. Ceiling light. While I'm here, there's 1, 2, 3, maybe 10 of these, 8 of these, and I'm going to be old air conditioners that don't work anymore, window units. There's wire I'll be taking with me, just cable wire. There'll be, let me see what we got over here real quick. I thought I saw a bunch of wire over here. Anyway, there's tons. I'm bringing these with me. I'm gonna sell these at flea markets. Old nails. I'll sell them at flea market. Old square nails. These are actually old square nails. Old ones, not new ones.